Hey dolls and friends, welcome back and thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. If you're new here, my name is Amber Michon and I do weekly DIYs and hauls. If you're not new, hey doll, hey. I am sharing with you some really easy, nice, high-end looking farmhouse DIYs. It is my favorite style to do, which is farmhouse chic. I absolutely love how I can play around with pops of color in this particular style. So I really hope you guys do enjoy this. And if you do, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. If you're new, I would love if you would consider subscribing and hitting the bell right next to it so you're notified every time that I upload. This video is part of my monthly Inspired Me collaboration, and I have invited a few of some of my favorites to join me this month. Make sure you head down to the playlist in my description box below to see all of the recreations that we have. Now remember, this challenge is where we all take one DIY from each crafter in this group and recreate it to make it our own style. These are some really talented ladies and I absolutely love all of their styles, and I know you guys will too. So make sure you head down to my description box where you will find the playlist as well as the links to each of these ladies' channels. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump right in. So first up, I have my new friend Kathy over at Crafty Kathy, and she made this gorgeous blessed sign. It is so pretty. I love black and white, and anything that can contrast the color to offset the black and white I love. So her greenery in there is just beautiful. I just love it. So I'm going to take that and do my own style with it and make this blessed floral sign. So from Dollar Tree, I have this home sign. I think they are new, along with this oval wood sign and this blessed word that I got a pack from Big Lots a while ago. It was just like a pack of words. So the first thing I did is go ahead and remove the backing out of the sign and just take everything off. I tried to remove the paper on here. I thought it would come up. Usually sometimes it does, but this time it didn't. So I just kind of left it alone. Then next I took a spatula tool and removed the hanger on the back. It's like a sawtooth. It was like dug deep in there. Then I went ahead and sanded down the back so that way I can get a smoother surface, and then painted the sign using my ink chalk paint from Waverly, and I only gave this one coat. It didn't need two coats. It just needed one good coat. After I was done with that, I set that aside to dry. Well, I just kind of left it there, and then I'm going to paint my blessed word black too. This word actually needed two coats because some of the gold was still kind of peeking through, so I went back over it with my acrylic black paint. Letting those dry, I went ahead and painted my oval sign using my my white linen chalk paint from Rust-Oleum. As everything is drying, I'm just going to go ahead and cover the back of my sign with my brown craft paper. You guys know me, don't like unfinished backings whatsoever. So I just cut that down and then placed it back into the frame. I left the frame that natural wood color. I think it's so pretty, and I absolutely love the contrast it gives with the black and white. Then I just hot glue my oval sign to the middle of my frame sign, and then hot glued my blessed word right onto the middle as well. Then I have these really pretty Florals. Sola Wood sent me these flowers, and I absolutely love them. I am so happy that I was able to use it in this DIY and going forward in the future because they are so pretty, super easy to work with, super easy to hot glue down. So this is what I'm doing here. As you can see, I'm just kind of arranging it to what makes my eyes happy. There's no real rhyme or reason. I use all of the colors that they give me because I think it's just gorgeous to have little pops of color in between this black, white, and this brown. I think it is gorgeous. And then after I have all my florals in, I decided to take some greenery. I had some boxwood, and I just cut down a little bit of the stems and just kind of randomly placed them. Now with my boxwood, I have a lot from Christmas, so a lot of them actually have a lot of glitter on them, but this was the last bouquet that I had, or pick that I had, that didn't, so it was perfect for this because I did not want a lot of glitter in this, but I still have glitter in all my boxwood, but I still use them. But that's it for this one. I think it turned out so pretty. I love this. Thank you so much for the inspiration, Kathy. for this next DIY, we're heading over to my friend Fanny over at Creations by Favi. A while ago, I think this is about a year ago, she made this really pretty lantern using the beads as the side, and it is just really gorgeous, super easy, but really looks so high end. So I'm taking that and making my own beaded lantern with the colors that I like. So from Dollar Tree, I'm using the square wood, cubes, some skewers, and then I picked up these frames, these wood frames from Michael's. They were only $1, and then I also have some wood beads that I got from Amazon. So the first thing I did is just measured out my skewers to make sure that they were the same size, and just cut those down to size. And then I put in one bead, make sure that I measured it on the corner of that first picture frame or wood frame, and then where I needed to put the hot glue, that's where I just kind of kept my fingernail. And then after that, to attach to put on all the beads, I used wood glue. I saw Fanny do this and I thought it was genius, because I usually always try to use hot glue, but sometimes you have gaps, sometimes it doesn't work. But the wood glue, it is so perfect. Now, after I put in enough, I just measured it on the top and the bottom of the other frame. And then I think I used 10 beads for each skewer, and I just sealed it down with some more of the wood glue. And this is how they all look once I'm done. Next, I'm using my wood cubes, and I'm just lining them up 3 by 3. So it's going to be 9 across and then 4 on top. So I'm using 13 wood cubes in total. So you can see what I'm doing here, and I'm just using a little bit of wood glue to attach all of them. I find that wood glue is definitely the best to use on these kind of pieces instead of using hot glue. It worked out so well, and this is fast drying wood glue, like Gorilla Glue, so it actually dried in probably like 15 minutes. So I think it was well worth just waiting. And once I had that together, I just wiped off some of the wood glue, and that's it for this one, just letting that dry before I paint it. Now I'm going to move over to my wood frames. I'm going to remove the sawtooth hangers on the back, just unscrewing that and then removing the twine that comes with it, and then using my scraper tool to pull up the staples that are on the back. Then I sand down where all the holes are, and then I use my wood filler, this pink wood filler, and I just fill it in to the holes so that way I can get a smooth, flat surface on the top of both of these frames. I'm going to set that aside to dry and work on painting my wood beads. So the good thing about using wood glue is that these beads do not move when you paint them. So I used my white chalk paint from Rust-Oleum again, and then just painted them all. I only did one coat for each of these bead skewers. And this is what they look like once they are dry. Now that my frames are good to go, I'm going to sand down where the wood filler was, just so I can get a smooth surface. Once that's done, I'm using my antique wax paint from Waverly, and I'm going to just paint all around both of these frames and the wood cube topper. That's going to be the top of my lantern. And I just did one good coat of this. I didn't do any wiping down of it because I think that it worked just fine the way that it was. I wanted it dark. I didn't want it too light, but it was just pretty perfect. And this is what everything looks like once it is done. Now it is time for me to assemble everything. And the way that I do that is I put a little bit of hot glue, or not a little bit, a lot, in the corner of the first frame, and then put my skewer right there. This is why it's important to measure the skewer before you put the beads on, so you know where the bead needs to meet. And then once that it's dry, I let it set to dry. Then I put more hot glue on top of the bottom of that skewer, and then repeat that step for all 4 corners with these bead skewers. This is what I'm left with afterward. And then I just repeat that same step on the other wood frame. This one was a little bit more difficult because you kind of have to like angle your hot glue or your glue gun there a little bit. But hey, once I was done and all set, I just hot glued my topper right on top. The next thing I did, I noticed is that my glue you could see. Now you can see here, I painted one of them. I used my burnt umber and mixed it a little bit with some water so that way it would kind of match the antique wax color. And that's pretty much it. I think it turned out so good. So pretty. I just kind of styled this with some greenery and a cloche full of my Sola wood flowers. Thanks so much for the inspiration, Fanny. I love it. Next up, we're heading over to my friend Eileen over at the Hearts DIY. She is so sweet, but she made this really pretty watering can planter for spring. It's so pretty, and she has the word blue on it, and I absolutely love it. I've never made a watering can before, so I decided to take a stab at it, and I made it in my own style, and I love it. I'm calling it a water can decor because you can't put mine outside like you can Eileen's. So from Dollar Tree, I have this watering can that you can get during spring. That's when I picked mine up. And these fashion gems that are pretty new to me. Anyways, I lost the footage of me showing me taping down the bottom and putting the beads on there and painting it black. But this is what it looks like once I was done. And then I just removed my painter's tape. Now, genius me didn't think to yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I kind of did this backwards. Anyways, I had to retape it because I wanted to paint the rest white. What I should have done is just painted the entire thing white first and then taped off the bottom and painted it black. But I've been struggling this week with crafting, y'all. If you see my video, my last video, I think it was yesterday, you would see. Anyways, after I was finished painting that, I gave it 2 coats, removed the paint, and of course it came off with the tape. I removed the tape, and of course the paint came off. Yeah. Anyways, I just fixed that, repainted it, and then I'm using these rub-on transfers from Dollar Tree. This gave me so many issues. I don't know why. I don't know. I should have put Mod Podge on the paint before I put the rub-on transfers on because it totally messed up. So I cut down what I wanted because it was too long for my can. And then when I tried to put it on there and take it off, it just totally messed this up. Look at this, y'all. So crazy. I thought this was going to be such a cool idea and I absolutely loved it. So I just kept going because I just don't want to stop. I have it in my mind, something that I want to do, and I'm just going to keep going. So I just scraped off the paint, wiped it down with a baby wipe, and then just dried it off and reapplied another rub-on transfer that I had. And it came out pretty good. It took me about 15 minutes to get it all on here. But so what I decided to do is take a chippy brush and just kind of dry brush and distress the edges because I thought it looked a little funky, but I really love the idea. So I decided to just go forward and try something new, expand my creativity. That's what crafting is, right? And I just kept dry brushing until my eyes were happy. And I think that once I styled this, it made me so much happier, and I really do love the way that this turned out. It's so different, it's so fun, so funky, but so my personality and so my style, and I think it's just really pretty. Once I put the florals in there, it turned out just even better than I thought. So thanks so much for the inspiration, Eileen. For the next DIY, we're heading to my girl, Jenny, over at Lovely Moments Creating. Oh my gosh, I love her so much. Anyways, she made this really pretty home sign planter. It's just really pretty. It's so simple and easy to do, but it looks so high end. So I'm making my own version of a home shelf. So from Dollar Tree, I picked up 2 of these crates, and then I also have this home sign. If you see my last haul, you noticed, or my last Dollar Tree haul, you noticed that this home sign is actually upside down and backwards, everything. Anyways, I hot glued the 2 crates together, and I've been using wood glue for all of my DIYs lately. I find the hold is really good. So once I hot glued those together, I just painted the entire crate white. I did not paint the inside and I did not paint the bottom, just all the sides and the top lip parts. Next, I'm taking that home sign, and because it's backwards and upside down, I attempted to remove it, and you guys, I could not get this apart, and I did not want to break it. So I let my creativity flow and went another direction. I have a few of these like character signs with the hooks on the bottom. So I took the hooks off, 2 of them, hot glued the home sign onto the front of the crate to make a shelf. Yeah, a shelf, y'all. Because I couldn't get it off and it was upside down, I thought, why not just use that and figure something else out? So after I took the hooks off of those 2 character face signs, I just screwed them into both sides of the crates. And then I had to paint the bottom because this is going to be hanging. So you need it to be, you know, white. And this is how it turned out. It actually is a little bit too heavy to hang on its own. So putting it on a shelf would work perfectly. I actually plan on putting this on my kitchen shelf, like over my sink. And I think it would be so great to store those items and hang like a dish towel. So yeah, I love this. Thank you so much for the inspiration, Jenny. All right, dolls, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you head down to the playlist to see everybody else's recreations. Be blessed, stay safe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. My mom's FaceTiming me. Say hi, Mom.
Hello.
I'm doing my intro.
Oh.
Say hi.
Hi. Hi.
So I know you guys are here for the bloops. I do not have any right now because my intro actually only took me 1 take to do, and I didn't have any kind of like mess ups. The kids are in school right now, so no boys today. But since you are still here, that means you watched my entire video, and that means you have a chance to be entered into my giveaway. Yes, I am finally doing a giveaway. I have been wanting to do a giveaway forever, and it's finally here. I always want to make sure that I give away things that are tangible, that mean something to someone. I know everybody loves money, but honey, your girl got to save her coins too. But this giveaway is going to be fantastic, and the reason I love it is because I listened and heard from all of you. Now, I didn't ask any questions on what you guys would like to be given away, but every time I read your comments or when I talk to you on any of my lives, you guys always say you cannot find certain things in Dollar Trees or Dollar Tree Plus if you don't have it, or anything else, even Goodwill. So my giveaway is going to be a massive craft supplies giveaway. So when I say craft supplies, I mean anything that I have found in Dollar Tree Plus, or the Goodwill that I think that somebody would like. Now, this giveaway is so massive, I need to give away to 2 people. Yes, 2 people will be getting a nice box from me in a couple of weeks with some of the items that I think that you guys would love, that I know that some of you said that you have not been able to find or you want more of. So all you have to do to enter, finish watching this video. If you're here, that means you did. And then leave me a comment below letting me know which one of the DIYs that I did happens to be your favorite, and anything else you may want to tell me. It's, you know, hey. So this will go on for 2 weeks. So on July 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will pick 2 winners to receive these prizes. I will announce the winner here on my community tab on YouTube as well as Instagram. So if you're following me on both, you'll be able to be notified in double time. So yes, make sure you head down to the comments, let me know which one of these is your favorite, and you will be entered in to win 1 of 2 of these amazing boxes. So that's all I got. Hope y'all have a good one. See you later. Bye.